A warm welcome to all of you and a heartfelt namaste. I, Anuradha Sharda, would like to thank all of you for watching my videos, for writing in your comments and suggestions, and helping us to make more videos which are in tune with your suggestions. Today, we all know that the Saturn and Jupiter are now both going retrograde, and it's the seasons of retrogrades. So, working in tandem with the season, let us talk about retrograde planets. But we are not going to talk about the transit retrograde, for which we will be making another video. Now, we are going to talk about the the retrograde, which is very much there in our charts. That is the natal retrograde in our charts. There are few things that a retrograde energy definitely expresses. First and foremost, it's an inherent trait within us. Secondly, it is an internal trait. Thirdly, there can be a lot of anger associated with a retrograde planet. Fourth, there is an expression of this. One needs to find out how to express this energy, and if we are unable to do that, this energy can create havoc in our lives. Fifth, once you understand how to use this energy, you would be obsessed with this energy, so much so that everything around you will stop working. So these are the points that we really need to consider when we are talking about a retrograde planet or retrograde energy. Keeping that in mind, first and foremost, let us start to connect it with the planets. It's an internal energy. So as we know that anything which is internal works on the inside up to a certain point, after which it starts to be exhausting and debilitating for the internalized energy. Example, that if Saturn, which is the karaka of work, which is the karaka of administration, which is the karaka of hard labor, if a person has this internally and a person is not doing internal labor, external labor, or a person is not understanding where to utilize his administrative abilities and his labor, that person can have a lot of frustration in his life or can feel unappreciated when his labor is not utilized properly or acknowledged properly. Jupiter, which is the karaka of ideas. Jupiter is also the karaka of teachers, and it is also the karaka of your uh, uh, children. So, if a person is unable to have children, there's a lot of frustration. If a person is unable to impress his or her teacher, again, there would be a lot of frustration. And if the ideas of that person are unable to find a listening ground, then such a person would feel totally dejected, because though they may be having a very great idea, very sound idea, but unable to put it in very simple or very effective terms in front of people, can cause the person a lot of depression, anxiety. Mars represents your strong sexuality, as I have mentioned it in one of my videos uh, in a past of retrograde, so you can check that also. It also represents anger as anger. So there can be areas where you would feel extremely frustrated, angry about, unknown why so. You need to connect Mars to the house, and we'll see how we are doing that. Mercury is all about learning. Mercury is also all about trading, working, and Mercury is also all about speech. So we can find that such people have been very, very prosaic, are very, very definite, or they would like to be very definite before they talk on any issue or before they utter anything, because they would want to be very perfect. Again, Mercury also represents learning. It's a retrograde planet, so that means the person would be doing a lot of learning on his or her own, may not be able to understand what others are teaching, and would be then devising his or her own method to learn and understand things, and can become very good at it. Mercury is also about teaching. When Mercury is the lord of the 10th lord, sorry, not teaching, it's also about trade and commerce. When Mercury is the lord of the 10th house or the 7th house, it becomes extremely extremely trade oriented. And at that time, when there is a new business that you want to develop and people are not understanding your ideas, or people are not understanding the concept behind it, it could lead you to a lot of frustration, because simply you're not able to explain things in very simple language. When we come to Venus, Venus is all about love. So there is a lot of love that this planet, retrograde planet, wants. But again, as I repeat, it's an internal energy. Internal means self. If you do not have self love uh, for your own, that is, you do not have love for your own self, then it will reflect in, especially in the area of life where this Venus, retrograde Venus, is sitting. You would get very critical about that area of life, unknown that it generates from your own self. So it's very, very important for us to understand where this energy can express and how it expresses. I'll take a simple case. If we have a retrograde Mars placed in the second house in Leo, and it is the Lord, it is so the Lagna here is Cancer. And when we connect the houses Mars owns the sixth house, and Mars also owns Mars owns the fifth house, and Mars also owns the 10th house. It is posited in the second house. We take up the connection of second and fifth, and we also take up the connection of second and 10th. When we put them together, what do we see? The second and fifth is all about family and children. So person can have a lot of anger about family and children. He needs to understand the quality of time the person needs to spend doing some hard labor to get out that anger out, doing some physical work with the children or family, like playing in the physical playing, or getting things, running around for the family, doing running errands, and then talking it out with the family members. That could help you. As far as your physicality, about the 10th house and the second house, it's about earning money, and it's about the work you do. It could be your profession also. That is, again, you need to correlate how to do work, where in which sector of area of life you would be very comfortable working in, so that you earn a lot of money, which would again give you a standing in front of your family and children. This is how you correlate, so that this anger, which if had not been channelized properly, could have run riot in your life and the life of people around you, especially the houses connected with Mars. So this is the way we need to look into a chart. Now, let us take a few example charts. Say for Steven Spielberg, which I have again explained in a previous video, his second house is that the house of where Saturn is sitting. Saturn is the lord of his 8th and 9th houses, and Saturn is sitting in the second house for Gemini Lagna. 9th house is religion, and he was not very comfortable with his religion because he was bullied by children in school. Second house is also childhood. Second house is also family. So he was also not very comfortable with his family. It is post his marriage, when his wife came in and his son was born, again family connection, and that he transformed, changed his views, 8th house, and became more comfortable with his own self, to the point that he now is very, very at ease with it. Again, for Saturn, as we take in, Saturn in the 4th house could represent your emotions. It could represent your labor with your emotions. So when we take up the chart of Amitabh Bachchan, in Amitabh Bachchan's case, Saturn is present in the 4th house for the Aquarius Lagna. There we see that Amitabh Bachchan has been known as the Amitabh Bachchan has been known as the angry young man, and he was the one who set that bar of the angry young man in the industry. Before him, it was always the romantic heroes who took precedence, and as the angry young man stepped in, he became the center of attraction, to the point that the entire 2 decades he ruled the industry, and nobody has been able to remove him from that mantle of angry young man for decades. So his emotions have been used, and the fourth house of connecting with the masses have been used, and his anger has been properly channelized to give him stardom and to give him a lot of space in the highest of highest strata. Let us take a case of uh, how this emotion can ruin, or how this retrograde planet, if the energy is not properly harnessed, how this retrograde planet can actually bring about a lot of pain in a person's life. So when we take the case of Ted Bundy was a serial killer, a very renowned person, and a very much hated and a feared person. As I was talking about Venus, about self love. Third house is also the house of siblings, it is also the house of your courage. Ted Bundy was always surrounded by a feminine group, his sisters, his mother, and he was always bullied by these people. As a result, having no self love, he felt bullied, he felt let down, because had his self love developed, he would have understood that it was their negativity that was spreading out. But being so much bullied and being without any love for your own self, he then took on to killing other women. And that is how he came to a very messy end of his life. We can also take up the case of we can also take up the case of Tiger Woods. In the case of Tiger Woods, it is Mars. I'm just taking up the case of Mars. Mars is the ruler of the eighth house, and it is also the ruler of the third house. Third house is courage, and it is also contacts. And eighth house, as we all know, is the ruler of the the house of sex and sexuality. And placed in the ninth house, this Mars could have given him a right direction to follow the right path. But as I said, that the norms are set by the person, the individual himself or herself, and they do not follow the normal rules. His rules were different from the rest, and so he had to move down a path which was different from the self, and he suffered accordingly. Again, as I take up Ted Bundy's case for a retrograde Mercury. Again, it is retrograde Mercury in the fourth house of emotions and speech and emotions, and he has not been able to express his emotions as a child. He was not able to express his anger, grief, frustration. As a result, it developed into a tumor within him, and being the lord of the second and 11th house, he restored to murder, he restored to kidnapping and other deprivative acts to gain money in life. So I bring it to accumulation to make you understand that there are few things that retrograde planets definitely tell us, and how do we need to join the retrograde planets. But before that, let us take a look on Jupiter also. Jupiter, in case of Bhagwan Rajneesh, as he is called, is the lord of the uh, 8th house and the 11th house, and is posited in the third house. Third house, again, as the case is also courage, it is also ideas. And as I told you, Jupiter gives phenomenal ideas out of box. He developed a cult, and with that cult he was able to get so much of money that he had nearly 100 limousines, or he wanted 101 limousines, and he had over 80 or 90 limousines he had acquired before he was uh, restrained. And eighth house is again the house of sexuality, where we see there's so many planets in his chart. So we can see that he had understood probably, and he was channelizing into a different way, but this is how things panned out for him. In case of Alois Alzheimer, who is the disease Alzheimer is named after him. He was so focused on just understanding why a person lost their mind, why they lost their memory, and he was so obsessed with the patient that he did not allow the patient to come out of a government hospital. And in spite of her husband's repeated appeals to various government agencies, he was so obsessed with finding out what was the cause. And Jupiter, for his chart, is the 7th and 10th lord, posited in the 5th house of government hospitals. So we see that there are a few norms that we need to follow, we need to understand, and how we're going to do that. So the retrograde planet is the key points that we need to work on in the case of retrograde planets is it is internal energy. It works within the own self and it needs to find an outlet. And there is a strong effect of this energy and it works according to the standards that is set by the self, which is not the social norm. So there can be a lot of willfulness on the part of a person when they are coming to breaking those barriers, and these person need to be very very sure that they're not affecting others. The barriers can be done to break your own standards, but not to hurt others. The moment we start hurting others, this energy will go out of hand like the bushfire. So where we can bring about a change in ourselves, funnel this energy so that gives us beautiful results. You need to check out the placement of the house it is placed in retrograde planet and the houses it owns and the place it aspects. A beautiful result is on your way out. Do understand the retrograde well, because planets retrograding will give you an understanding of themselves. Till we meet again, be safe, be happy, and don't forget to share the video, like the video, and leave your comments.